Mortals. Show a little concern, and this is the thanks you get. And where is the constable? Why isn't he here? But that is a mystery for another time. The survivors are our priority. Still, these vampires, they are most unusual. That is what I am, yes? Surely you have learned by now that not every vampire is a monster. Adusa hopes that this doesn't make you uncomfortable. We still have survivors that need our assistance. Such precision, such coordination. Rarely have I seen vampires behave like an army instead of raiders. This wasn't an incursion. It was an occupation. We must work quickly. It won't take long for the end. You ask many questions, like a young one who has eaten too much moon sugar. Constable Maldred is a friend, a trusted contact. We have worked together in the past. And speaking of work, don't you have some survivors to save? You stay here and guard these townsfolk. I'll go search for more survivors. No. Reverse that. Better for you to search and Adusa to stay here. Watch for signs of the constable. I will try to learn more about her.
I know how to deal with your kind. Come any closer and this goes straight into your heart. I'm perfectly safe right where I am. Thank you very much. I've got a sharp blade and plenty of food. I'm downright cozy. But those bloodsuckers turn the townsfolk into their feral pets. Absolutely depressing. Divines take them. There are other survivors? Why didn't you say so? I'll follow you, but we need to be very careful. These creatures aren't like any vampires I ever read or heard stories about. They're like...
Oh, Blood Fiend, you will fall to Adusa's terribly swift blades. Oh. Never mind. Divine, save me! Please, I'll join your army. Really, I will. Oh. You're not one of them, are you? Thank the Divines. They just marched into town like they owned the place. That cold, horrible woman. She whispered something to the soldier, and the woman made a strange gesture, and townsfolk began turning into blood fiends. And she just walked away and let her companions... They were so fast, so strong. They started tearing people apart. Anyone who didn't change was attacked. Other survivors? I didn't dare.
Come on, let's have at it. I'd rather die fighting than get turned into one of your pitiful creatures. Well, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me. I just wish you had gotten here in time to save my father. They called her Larea. She demanded that we line up to receive her blessing. That's what she called it, her blessing. My father was one of the first to step forward and tell her what to do with her blessing. She ripped out his throat. Of course. You're right. I know you're right. Impressive show of combat prowess, stranger.
Well, you are gone. We had a few visitors. Nothing Adusa couldn't handle, of course. But we shouldn't linger in... Yes, Adusa noticed. Fewer than I hoped, but more than I expected. Meanwhile, this one learned that the vampires left a commander here. He's up in the house, atop the hill. Militant vampires require structure. Why is that so surprising? But we have more pressing matters. I will get the survivors out of town. You must deal with the vampire commander. Meet us on the road when the...
Summon the blood sacrifice. He makes dirt in its own image.
Lance Ranyu, time to torture some mortals. The anchors, you destroy them in vain.
I know you. Daggerfall, that mad plan to take on Molag Bal. Crazy. Let me ask you though, If someone committed a heinous crime, slaughtering innocent people and such, could they ever be forgiven? Or should they? Because that's the scenario here. I've tracked down a man named Gerard Althen. Althen ordered the massacre of hundreds of innocent people during Rancer's War and then vanished. After 10 years, I finally found him. I just need help bringing him in. I need someone to fight their way into the Barrows and find his hiding place. It shouldn't be too hard. One of Althen's old cronies came to help him escape. Trolls got to him, but he must have been carrying a clue to Althen's hiding place. You're smart. Working for the Ring of Daggers has 2 great benefits. First, we reward our friends generously. Second, we don't worry about trials and laws and silly things like that. Get Althen to Hoarfrost Downs, and he will pay for what he did. You certainly can. I may or may not be obliged to it. Althen was King Rancer's spymaster and head of security. During the war, when High King Emmerich struck an alliance with the Orcs, Rancer went mad. He had Althen round up hundreds of innocent Orc civilians and put them to the sword. Of course, but that makes him no less guilty. The dog that bites cannot blame his master for letting him off the chain. Althen willfully organized the slaughter of innocent people, and he will pay for that crime, no matter how long it takes. If you must know, he will die, and most likely it will be a slow and painful death. The contract is with High King Emmerich. He hired us to track Althen down. We can bring him in dead or alive. It's our choice. In addition to his crimes, Althen made the mistake of crossing the Ring of Daggers. He tortured and killed the lover of our leader, Copper Diarrhea. All that remained of that man was an eye. I suspect Copper will begin with one of Althen's eyes. We work on a contractual basis. Guards, soldiers, scouts, couriers, whatever the client needs, we provide. We swear allegiance to no one, but work for a variety of interests within the Daggerfall Covenant. Often, even for the High King himself. No, it's not that simple. You can't hire the Ring of Daggers to fight in some silly war or a military campaign. We take contracts for specific tasks, which require a few agents, and we maintain our own chain of command. I'll be having a drink at the Dusklight Inn.
there. Please. You must help me.
You aren't who I was expecting. Good. Didn't really want to kill a dude just yet. You, on the other hand, I will enjoy feasting on your
By the look on your face, Adusa assumes you were successful? The vampire commander is dead, yes? Maldred? That's the name of the... No. That unclawed traitor! Adusa only wishes she had been the one to end him. You did well, Five Claw. Adusa will see that these people reach a safe haven. Then I have business of my own to attend to. There is something sinister going on in Rivenspire, Five Claw. Keep your wits about you, and stay fragrant. What you saw here is only the beginning. Adusa will take the survivors to Hoarfrost Downs. They should be safe enough there. Pardon, but this one is still coming to grips with how fast the Blood Fiends were created, and with the Constable's betrayal. Typically, a vampire degenerates over time, eventually withering into a mindless blood fiend. The process we observed in Moira's Hope was quite the opposite. The blood curse appeared to change its victims into blood fiends almost immediately. Yes, word of what happened here must be carried to my master, Count Verandis. There is much work to be done, and very little time if Lorea has truly ventured this far south.
I'm sorry, sir. I tried, but no one here is willing to enlist.
Unacceptable, Captain. Either deliver me recruits or deliver me your rhythm.
My stock isn't what it used to.
Hello, friend. Do you need directions to the inn? Well, your journey has been successful. Stenrick blood certainly runs through my veins. Marcel Stenrick? That was my great-grandmother's name. Is that really her sword? I grew up listening to stories of Dame Marcel's exploits. She was quite the warrior, if you believe the tales. This is amazing. Our family used to be much more prominent back in my great-grandmother's day. Maybe her sword will turn our fortunes around. Maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for... I'll always treasure Dame Marcel's sword. Perhaps it will encourage me to take up a life of honor and adventure. Just what my parents told me. I never met my great-grandmother. Dame Marcel was an honored knight in the service of House Dorel. I remember one story set during the time of the great feud between the Tamriths and the Dorels. In the story, Dorel's son Lanciot was kidnapped on the road to North Point by a dozen of Tamrith's most ruthless warriors. Despite the odds, Dame Marcel never hesitated. She swooped in with this...
Those screeching, bitter old hag raven and her bandit cronies get the best of Park here.
My friend, I am sorry you had to be the one to end Lorea's troubled existence. It was unfortunate, but necessary. And now, if we are to save Rivenspire, we must engage in another unfortunate act. The time to deal with Baron Montclair is upon us. Montclair is here. Of that there can be no doubt. He waits atop the Doom Crag, where he somehow activated ancient defenses to block our path. We need to find a way around these defenses and then set up portals to transport our troops up the mountain. The book we uncovered at Locrata contains maps of the ruins, among other things. These maps show 2 portal chambers leading to the top of the Doom Crag. If you can reach the first chamber and open a portal, we can begin moving troops. Be on your guard. In addition to activating ancient defenses, Montclair has somehow awakened the Ayleid Guardians that haunt these ruins. You may have to deal with them as well as you make your way into the first portal chamber. Of course, but let's try to move this along. I fear Baron Dorel will charge straight into an Ayleid trap in his haste to make something happen. A recent appellation. It refers to the thick fog that develops within the pass up the mountain. But my translation of the text tells me this was once a great place of learning and worship, with pilgrimages occurring daily to the top of the Doom Crag. The Locrata text may provide us with some insights that will help us deal with Baron Montclair. I just need to finish my translation. This requires great care and concentration. Baron Montclair must have triggered the ancient wards. Many of the passages have barriers that were not present the last time I was here. He also seems to have disturbed the bones of the ancient Ayleids. They are now awake and angry.
Large door straight ahead. Clearly, that's the main entrance.
battle, another victory. Go on ahead. I'll stay here and guard the door.
I knew you would find the chamber and open the portal. As our troops emerge from the portal and take up position outside, you need to make your way to the second portal chamber. Once you activate that portal, we can get the troops that much closer to the top of the Doomcrag. let's not get ahead of ourselves. We must step through each door we come upon in turn. For now, you need to reach the second portal chamber. Go on. The second portal chamber should be on the 3rd level. I want to make sure this portal is stable, and then I'll follow after you.
Pakruti can see a lucky aura around you today. He... Pakruti is pleased to see you. My compliments. Sweet Riddlethar, a bonus reward. Sweet Riddlethar. Make a selection to reveal the rewards. You've done well. Shall we try again? Pakruti has never seen such a magnificent display of good fortune. Sadly, you have no more crates. You can always...
Look around and see if you can find...
Awake! The long eons of silence have finally come to an end. I speak in the coarse tongue of our servants, so that you may understand. Knowledge is the key that opens this door, and none may pass who have not gained knowledge. To the knowledge of which I speak, you must understand the cycle of time to pass beyond this chamber. When you feel you are ready, my riddle shall begin. Tell me, what is the time of dawning? Of birth and nourishing rain?
But not quite right. I'm guessing this refers to summer. I think this one is referring to the time of Sweetwater. That must refer to spring rains. Angar? That could mean iron, or cold. I suppose this one refers to winter.
Awake! Tell me, what is the time of dawning? Of birth and nourishing rain? Time moves forward as sweet. Flowing water brings new life and new promise. A time of light and joy and abundant growth. Long hot days give way to short. Awake! A time of light and... Awake! A time of light and joy and... The cycle advances, as the golden sun fills each long day. And end comes to all things. And like dusk comes before the night, this cycle comes before the grey of iron death. A time of reaping, yes? Of preparing for the cold that fills the world. Tell me true, if you really wish to pass. What is the season of iron grey? What is the cycle in which the world finally dies, at least for a time? The last cycle, when warmth is but a memory, and rebirth seems an eternity. Our duty has been fulfilled. We held the barrier in place until the proper time, which you unlocked, by understanding the rhythm of the cycles. And like those cycles, our time has come to an end.
The barrier has fallen. The portal chamber should be just a short way ahead. Just this chamber. Doomcrag and Baron Montclair.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to traveling by portal. One moment you're there, the next moment you're here. It's positively disconcerting. Better than I expected. We met with some resistance. But thanks to your efforts, we've been able to move our troops quickly through this death trap. We should be, once everyone has come through the portal. Why don't you check with Count Ravenwatch and see if he's ready? I hate to say it, but his knowledge has been invaluable.
Once again, you succeeded at the task set before you. Well done, my friend. A battle won. But the war rages on. We must reach the Lightness Remnant and destroy it. But Montclair will grow more desperate the closer we get to that cursed relic. Are you ready, my friend? I fear that Montclair will have a surprise or two waiting for us within the Doomcrag. I suddenly have the feeling that bringing an army up here was a terrible mistake. Never mind that now. We must reach the Lightness Remnant and end this madness. Tell the troops to remain here. They need to make sure none of Montclair's soldiers follow us up into the Doomcrag. Do not question me. If my orders aren't followed to the letter, Montclair will defeat us and Rivenspire will be lost. Talk to Countess Tamrath and Baron Dora. Tell them what I have said. Then meet me at the bridge that leads to the...
What word, my friend? Is Verandis ready for the truth? Remain behind and deny them the glory of being there when we achieve victory? Never! When Verandis starts his march to the top of the Doomcrag, we will be with him every step of the way. I'll leave enough soldiers to protect our flank, but our best soldiers are coming with me. Tell the Count that we're coming with him, whether he...
Do you believe that man? And to think, I thought him to be dashing and heroic. But enough of such matters. You aren't here to discuss my personal life. Tell me, what news from Count Ravenwatch? Are we ready to march against Montclair? And as a little girl, I wanted a pet guar I could decorate with ribbons and call Penelope. But we don't always get what we want, especially in war. The light has guided us this far. It is not done. I thought I made that clear. The Count has been an invaluable ally, but he is not in charge of this expedition. My troops have served us well. They deserve to see this through to the end. Tell the Count that we're going...
Hold, mortal. You must go no farther. Turn back now, and take the other mortals with you. Your flesh and blood is too fragile to withstand the power of the... We only seek to save you from the fate that befell us so very long ago. This place is cursed, tainted by a terrible power that has grown corrupted and impure. We do not wish to see you succumb to its vile touch. When we came to this land many eons ago, we brought with us a powerful relic to help us tame its wilderness and allow us to survive. It was originally La Tanya, the light of life, forged by our greatest sorcerers. It helped plants grow and healed illnesses. It helped us bring life to this barren wilderness. We were attacked by the savages that dwelled here before us. It was a brutal fight, and much blood was spilled. Many died on both sides of the conflict. Blood and death tainted the light of life. It became Abagandra, the lightless remnant, a beacon of death. Moreover, when the vampire touched it, the corruption intensified, became more potent. If the relic is destroyed, the blood curse will flow unhindered throughout.
Exactly as I taught you. The power of the Remnant will call to you, tempt you. You must be strong enough to withstand that lure.
I'm ready for this. You know that. Stop treating me like I'm a novice, Verandis. I won't fail you. I won't let you down.
You have never disappointed me, Gwendis. But the Remnant is more powerful than you can imagine. Be on your guard. Now, head inside. I'll join you in a moment. I trust you have spoken to Tamrith and Doro? Are the soldiers standing guard at the second... The fools! I just wish I would have realized our mistake before we made it this far. I didn't think. Didn't realize that our proximity to the Remnant would be our undoing. The Remnant feeds off life. Devours it. Not only will Gwendis and I be susceptible to its lure, but the soldiers... They're just... No. It's too late for that now. We have to move forward and hope we are not overwhelmed by our own forces. But if any of them turn into blood fiends, I promise to end their suffering as quickly as possible. where it happened. Where Layla died and Montclair changed.
Where are Montclair's forces? I thought for sure we'd have to fight a horde of blood fiends to make it through this place.
Montclair is a strategist. He's waiting for us to make a mistake that he can take advantage of. I fear that mistake is about to be made.
Spread out! Secure this chamber.
You should have heeded my warning, Baron. This is no place for you.
You would deny our moment of glory, Count? The light shines on us this day.
There is no light here, Countess. Only darkness and death.
Arcade, protect us. What is that?
Baron Montclair. He's here.
Troops, on my command.
Welcome, friend. And like a good guest, I see you brought me gifts. Allow me to grant my blessing to your army.
This is exactly what I feared. He's turned our own troops into blood fiends.
How does it feel to watch those who care about turn against you, friends? How does it feel? My daughter, you've taken everything I ever loved, Verandis!
I'm sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
My daughter loved you, Verandis. She loved you!
The Remnant. Oh. It drove Larea insane. Are those giant skeletons?
Please. We can find a way to free you from this power.
To what end, my old friend? My wife is dead. My daughter killed by your own hand. What do I have if not this power? I think I prefer to let you experience my pain, my suffering. To let you see what it's like to lose everything you hold dear.
No, Montclair! Stop this madness!
Come, Gwendis. You look famished. Allow me to prepare you a feast fit for my new queen.
No, Montclair! I never should have brought everyone here. I should have handled this on my own. You're in danger as well. Montclair will eventually try to use you against me. Montclair has never left the Remnant Chamber. He was able to defeat us by working through a projection. I assume he's teleported Gwendis and the others to his side. I am still connected to the one who turned me. The answer to our problem rests with him. If we're going to defeat Montclair, you must trust me this one last time. I will not betray you. We can discuss that later. For now, we need to reach Gwendis before the Remnant corrupts her and she feasts upon the others. Head upstairs, and I'll follow right behind you. I can feel them. Gwendis, Tamrith, and Doril are still alive. But I can also feel Gwendis's hunger. She won't be able to hold back much longer. Be on your guard. Montclair will do everything he can to stop us. Gwendis has been harmed. Many of our friends. What has he done to you?
Mirandus, help. Please, help me. Their blood smells so good. These restraints, they won't hold me back much longer.
You must control yourself, Gwendis. We'll find a way to get you out of there. Show yourself, Wyland. Tell me what you want. Damn you, Montclair. Answer me. I'm sorry, my friend, but it seems you're going to have to play Montclair's game to free the others. If we don't get Gwendis out of there soon, those restraints will break and she'll feed on the nobles. Montclair has constructed a blood ward to imprison Gwendis and the others. The Remnant. Its proximity is playing havoc with Gwendis' hunger. The urge to feed is stronger in her than ever. He's using Ayleid magic to increase the power of the ward. I'll do my best to dispel it, but I think we'll need to destroy the statues if I'm going to have any chance to succeed. You must protect me while I attempt to unravel the spell. Montclair will strike when I'm distracted. You must keep me safe or we'll never reach Gwendis in time. One more thing. Watch for an opportunity to destroy the statues. As long as they power the ward, my efforts will be less effective. Are you ready? Then may luck be with you.
I did it. I resisted. I didn't feed. Wait. What happened to the nobles? Did I remember wrong?
They're fine. Merely unconscious. I'm proud of your restraint, Gwendis.
What's going on in here? Is the Countess all right? Darian, slow down! Wait for me, you long-legged bastard!
The Baron and the Countess are fine. But you both arrived just in time to move them to safety.
Take them out? But we just got here. We want to help take down Montclair. Neither of us has had a good fight in... well, but it's been at least a couple minutes.
No, Darian. This battle is not one that you and Scordo can win. Leave Montclair to us.
But... oh, very well. But I get to help take down the next would-be world conqueror we come across. Deal?
As you wish, brave Darian, as you wish. And now, my friend, the time has come to face Montclair. Rivenspire needs Tamarath and Dorel. They cannot be allowed to perish here. I need to help get them to safety before I join you up. They will, with my help. Besides, I can't face Montclair just yet. There are preparations I must make to ensure our success. But time grows short. If Montclair dies while connected to the Remnant, the relic breaks and unleashes its curse upon Rivenspire. No one would be safe from the Bloodfiend Plague. We need to stop Montclair. That, my friend, is what I still need to work out. And while I do that, I need you to keep Montclair busy. You have done more than I ever hoped, my friend, and I am proud to have fought beside you. Now go. We both have...
Taking my daughter's life. Let the power of the Remnant wash over you. The Remnant and I are one. Its power flows through me. Trappings mean nothing. There is no... the doomed Rivenspire! Let the power of the Remnant burst free!
It's cracking. I can feel it. The power. Time is against us, my friend. I must remove the Remnant from this place before it's too late. I need... Adusa, my oldest, most trusted ally. Tell her that House Ravenwatch is hers now. She must carry on our work. Continue to train Gwendis, and any others who need her help. Because I need to take this relic out of this realm. It needs to be transported to a place where it can't do any harm. I have made a deal with my master. Molag Bal has agreed to take me and the relic to Cold Harbor. It is the only way to make certain that Rivenspire is safe. Molag Bal will take the relic into his realm. Rivenspire, all of Nurn, will be safe. The deal has already been made. It's either this or allow everyone to turn into the very fiends we worked so hard to save them from. There is no other way. Tell Gwendis that I will miss her. She was always so full of... life. Farewell, my friend.
Look, everyone! We've got a survivor! You actually survived the destruction of the Doomcrag? That's remarkable. I mean, I've seen you do some amazing things. I'll never forget our adventures in Glenumbra. But to walk out of a collapsed mountain? That's really impressive. That persnickety vampire really came through in the end. He was a good man. For a vampire, I mean. We won the day, and that's what matters. The people of Rivenspire are safe now. Just barely. We made it out right before the damn mountain came crashing down. I still don't know what kind of magic you did up there to defeat Montclair, but remind me never to get on your bad side. Before we go, you need to talk to Gwendis. She's not taking this well. I even tried my sad face. It usually works. She almost bit my head off. Anyway, we'll see you back in Shornell.
He's really gone, isn't he? The mighty Verandis. I hate this. I really hate it. Sacrificed? Like in dead? What do you mean he sacrificed himself? No. Why'd you let him do that? Do you know how hard he worked to distance himself from the prince? If Verandis is still alive, the prince won't give him up easily. But why did he leave me here? I should have gone with him. Saved us. Doesn't feel like I was saved. But Verandis always carried a great weight on his shoulders. Maybe that's been lifted from him now. I can only hope. How do you know what he wanted? He was everything to me. Why didn't he tell me what he was planning? Why didn't he let me help him? Saved us. Before we go, take this. Verandis gave it to me, but I can't keep it. You helped him so much. You should have it. You helped the man I cared about, the man I loved, and you were with him to the end. This belongs to you. I need a little time to say my farewells. Don't worry about me. I won't do anything stupid. Yes. But you need to get back to Shornhelm. Without Verandis there, they're gonna need your help to figure out what happens next. All of this, it happened because Rivenspire doesn't have a true leader. If that doesn't change, it won't be long before the region falls into chaos once more. At least, that's what Verandis used to say. I'll find my way. Verandis taught me well. And Adusa's back at the manor. She'll keep me company. Things will be all right. It'll just take time. Now go. Get out of here and go help the High...
I'm sorry. I'm waiting for someone. Would you leave me to my thoughts, please? Yes. Did Clandor send you? Where is he? When will he be here? This is so exciting. He's been gone so long. What? No. He couldn't have. What happened? How did he die? By the 8. A vampire? That mule. That ass. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for him? We had something wonderful together, and he goes and gets himself killed? As a vampire. That's it. I've decided. Men are all mules. I'm going to march right over to the Dead Wolf, get ripping drunk. Maybe tomorrow I'll join the city guard. Ugh. Thanks for telling me, I guess. If you'll excuse me.
So here we are. Baron Montclair's dead, and that damn artifact is destroyed. Yes, you can pat yourself on the back, all right. You've saved Rivenspire, and that's no small thing. Well, I can't very well go on pretending the nobles can share the throne. Everyone knows what a colossal mistake I made there. I'm going to have to crown someone. A king or a queen of Shornhelm. Someone to rule Rivenspire, don't you think? Exactly. So I have to choose. Countess Tamrith or Baron Dorell. Frankly, since you've recently fought alongside the two of them, I would appreciate your counsel. Speak to them, if you wish. Think about it, and then...
We've come through much to reach this point. We won a battle for the very soul of Rivenspire. Now comes the responsibility of rebuilding the kingdom. I hope High King Emmerich gives me the opportunity. I do. I've come to respect Countess Tamrith. She's a bright young woman, but she's not qualified to rule the kingdom. The coming days demand decisive leadership and a firm hand. You know that as well as I. That makes me the perfect choice. First things first, we need to rebuild our defenses. The Shornhelm Guard has been decimated by the Civil War, and we'll need to recruit and retrain hundreds of young men and women to restore our strength.
It's a miracle that we survived and triumphed over Montclair, thanks in no small part to my steady leadership. May Arkay grant the High King the wisdom to see that I am the best choice to lead Rivenspire. I do. Baron Dorell is a good man, but he can be dangerously short-tempered and is far too quick to act. Shornhelm has had enough impetuous rulers in its history. We need a thoughtful ruler who truly has the people's best interests at heart. Helping the people of Rivenspire recover. So many of the kingdom's subjects have been displaced. So many have lost loved ones. We must do what we can to restore the people's faith and get their lives back to at least...
You faced down Montclair and lived to tell about it. I'm envious, you know. Things are going well. I even plan to resume my duties in the Guard. Gwendis has been very patient. I still have a hard time with the blood-drinking business, but I'm learning.
Take as much time as you like, my friend. It's only the High King and the entire Kingdom of Rivens. Good. Though I do hope you've given the matter due consideration. This isn't like choosing which tunic to wear in the morning. It will affect many lives and the future of the Daggerfall Covenant. Tell me then, House Tamrith, if that's your counsel, then I will make Baron Dorell King of Shornhelm. Are you certain, though, that this is the wisest course? The brave Baron Dorell, then. I know he is a valiant warrior, and I expect he will make a wise and honorable king. King Allard of Shornhelm. It even has a nice ring to it. Then it's decided. Thank you for your counsel. Both King Allard and myself will be in your debt. After all you've done, there's no reward that can express my gratitude. But please, accept this gift. I'd feel... if I might have everyone's attention.
May I have a word with my husband's new best friend?
I have decided to crown a new King of Shornhelm. Allard Dorell, please come forward. I hereby name your house the new Royal House of Shornhelm.
I give you my solemn oath, Your Majesty. I will lead the Kingdom of Shornhelm with wisdom and honor. And I pledge my eternal allegiance to you and to the Daggerfall Covenant.
All hail!
Today is a fortuitous day indeed for Rivenspire, though I fear other kingdoms within the Covenant may not be so lucky. I know that my husband considers you to be his champion, but I wonder if you might be willing to assist his queen as well? I have heard troubling news from Sentinel. Rumors say that enemies from my father's past have returned. I wrote to him right away, of course, but as everyone knows, King Faharajad can be slow to respond. Still, I fear for his safety. Necromancers. Their kind has not been seen in the Alikir Desert for years, but that only makes them more dangerous. If you can go to Sentinel and just ensure all is well, it would be a relief. I have made travel arrangements, if you are willing. Look for a ship called the Don Posset offshore at North Point. The first mate, Elvira Dere, should be waiting for you on the docks, ready to leave for Sentinel. When you get there, just make sure the city is safe. Only visit my father, if you wish. Of course. I'm relieved already, just knowing that you will go. If there's any trouble there, I know my father could use help, whether he wants it or not. I'm sorry, I digress. You said you have a... When I was very young, there was a necromancer, Satura. He raised an army of the dead and marched on Sentinel. Though my people will not fight the dead, somehow my father won the battle. If Satura has returned, though, it would be... No. It is a matter of faith. Our people believe that desecrating the dead, even if they have been risen, is a terrible dishonor. This is why a necromancer in Sentinel would be a very bad thing, and why I am concerned for my husband has many admirable qualities, and one of them is a hopeless optimism. He rarely takes action until a problem has at least been confirmed. As I said, I have only heard rumors of trouble in the Alikir. Hopefully it is nothing. Of course. My father is King Faharajad. My brother Azah, my sister Lakana, and I were raised in Sentinel. Then one day, my father told me he had to marry me to this mad, young king of Wayrest, Emmerich. I was furious, of course, but...